Hi, this is Ernie again. I'm that guy who had $6 in his checking account to now having millions of dollars. And I went to check my mail, and not surprisingly, guess what? I'm getting a lot of offers, credit card offers. Open a checking account, we'll give you money. Here's the check. Of course, I cut out all the pieces, but yeah, this is the check they send you when you do balance transfer. So you could either pay off another credit card um, and then another balance transfer offer. It's nonstop. But unfortunately, none of them are 0% until it's paid. So I'm not going to do anything with it. But for those who have a lot of credit card debt, this might be a very useful tool. But only if you are financially disciplined enough to reach your goal and pay off once the balance transfer offer is done. So I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. So you have something like this from Discover Card. It says 0% intro to purchases and balance transfer for 18 months. And after that, equals to 25%. It's ridiculously high number. But if you go to the fine print, this is what it does. So let's suppose you have $5,000 in balance that you want to utilize balance transfer offer. 3% fee, so that comes out to be about $150. And then you diligently pay over 18 months at 0%. But somehow you are not able to pay that off. So let's say, to make the math simple, let's say you paid $4,000 and you still have $1,000 credit card debt. This is how they trick you, and this is how they make money from you. If you read the fine print, do you start paying 27.49% interest starting here after 18 months? No. What do? They charge you for this entire duration of the amount that you couldn't pay for 18 months worth of interest in one shot. So although you only have $1,000, what you're going to see is, I did the calculation. So you're going to get all of a sudden additional $501.43 in accumulated interest on $1,000. So of course there was a fee that you had to pay, $150. So the total amount of money that you're going to owe them in interest and fee is going to be $651.43. You might say, oh, actually that's cheaper than what I do and how much money I'm paying in interest. So even if there is this financial gimmick that they utilize, you might say, I still want to do this. But whatever you do, just make sure that you read the fine print and calculate what the real cost is going to be, so that if you do decide to do this, the best way is to actually pay off the whole thing so you don't get 18 months of accumulated interest. This is how banks make money. And I don't want you to make a mistake. I made it when I was in debt long time ago. I don't know, 30 years ago. Actually, 30 years ago? No, it makes me really old. Actually, 30 years ago. I didn't know about this. So all of a sudden I saw this bill. I try to dispute this charge and they're like, no, according to the fine print, this much money is how much you owe. So I ended up having to pay for it, and that's the mistake that I made. I'm hoping that those who are watching and thinking about doing balance transfer to save money on interest, you do not make the same mistake. Second, from time to time, we have to make large expenses, right? So Wyndham went on a cruise. The flight, hotel paid, but then cruise itself is paid by or paid through our own money. One good thing about Costco was when we booked through Costco, Costco gave us like $280 in rebate for booking a Disney Disney card. And then we also realized that if you open a credit card like this, I could use this credit card at Costco, although technically my wife's Costco credit card gives 1% rebate. Oh, if we spend $4,000, they're gonna give us $300. In this particular case, I don't remember the amount that you have to. Oh, you got to spend $2,500. Oh, $300 money back for something that I'm going to spend, rather than getting 1%, which is what my credit card typically pays me. This is close to 7-8%. So don't throw these out. If you have a large spend that's coming up, utilize some of these what we call spending bonus. They call it SUB, sub offers. Utilize these so that you'll be able to get a lot more money back. You're gonna say, oh, it's gonna impact my credit score. In the long run, yeah, maybe it does, right? Maybe you'll lose 10 points or 15 points. So unless you're going to buy a house in the near future, utilize this credit card so that you'll be able to get money back. And here's another thing that I do. From time to time, not all the time. And I get an offer from Wells Fargo. It says, open an account using the code, and if you do $1,000 in qualifying direct deposit within the first 90 days of opening, they're going to give you $325. So what do? I open it. Maybe once a year, once every other year. I do this, and then once I get the money, a couple days later, of course, I need to look at the fine print. I close it. Then what do I with that $325? Straight into the investment account. You might say, do you really do that when you have millions of dollars? Yeah, I do. It's free money. This is free money. So why not use it when somebody's giving you free money? And I'm going to show you more tricks on how to get free money from banks that is known to ripping you off with charges. I'm going to make more videos, so don't forget to follow. And you might say, it sounds too complicated. My credit is not that great. I have ways for you to do the same thing without using your credit. And it's going to be my next video. So follow, like, repost, comment. I'll be able to answer all your questions as much as I could. I'm not the finance expert when it comes to interest rate, but I know enough to share knowledge based on the mistakes that I made and what I have learned. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope this content was useful.